Hi guys, Mark Tell here from Paint with Mark, and I thought today we'd do a lovely candle picture, and I really do hope you paint along with me today. So far I've just got a primed canvas that we've black gessoed all over this. This is completely dry, and if you want to see how I black gesso a canvas, if you check one of my other videos you'll see how to do that. So the brushes we're going to use today are 2-inch brush, 1-inch brush, a number 6 fan brush, a script liner brush, and might use a little filbert brush today as well. Going to use odourless thinner. And I'm also going to use just a little knife, and obviously I've got my kitchen roll. So paints we're using today are titanium white, Prussian blue, alizarin crimson, bright red and cadmium yellow. So with that said, let's crack on. So the first thing I do is get my 2-inch brush, and I'm going to go into some alizarin crimson, and I'm just going to pull down the alizarin crimson, and I'm going to turn my brush over and tap. So I've got a lot of paint on there. I'm just going to come up to the canvas, and I'm just going to start from the top here, do crisscross strokes. And I just want to get this canvas coated with this alizarin crimson. Now you probably can't see too much of it on the video, but when we get some light on here you will see it. I'm just going over the whole canvas. Into some more paint. Just coating the whole canvas. This alizarin crimson. Keep working down. Just want to make sure I've got a nice even coat all over canvas. So I'm really forcing it in to the canvas to make sure that the whole lot is covered. I'm going to work down, just doing crisscross strokes again. Some more paint. I'm forcing it well into the canvas. Now down the bottom here, I'm also going to add some Prussian blue. So I'm going to go into some Prussian blue, pull the Prussian blue down, And I'm going to start from the bottom here. Cross strokes again. And just working upwards. Go across. And basically I'm just starting from the bottom here and working upwards. I'm just going to dance a little bit of paint down the sides here. So, and then I'm just going to wipe my brush on a bit of kitchen paper, paper towel, just to get rid of the excess paint on it. And then I'm going to just go all the way down from the top, brushing down so it's all downwards. Okay, I'm going to get my 1-inch brush and I'm going to go into some bright red. So I'm just putting down my bright red, turn the brush over, tap, and now I'm thinking about where do I want my brightest area. Well, obviously I know my brightest area around here, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to tap, and then as I'm tapping I'm going to go outwards. So I'm just bending these bristles, just going out around here, start from the middle, going out all the way around, here, all the way around. So I've just started from the middle and I'm just going round and round and round the outside. I'm also going to just I'm not going to clean my brush, but I'm going to go into a bit of cadmium yellow, pull that down both sides, and I'm going to just bash that right into the middle. So I'm going to bash it in the middle, okay, and then I'm going to start, okay, working out, just tapping, just tapping, going all the way around, keep tapping. Light around the edges, very lightly down here. So basically you've just sort of got a pan in there so it looks like a light sauce, okay, and then I'm just going to clean my 1-inch brush off, and you can do that in thinners, but if you are going to put it in thinners you must make sure that it's thoroughly clean and dried off with the thinners. I've got a couple of these brushes, so I'm going to use another 2-inch brush, and all I'm going to do, I'm just going to blend a little bit. So with very light crisscross strokes, and I mean hardly touching the canvas at all. So very, very lightly, just going to blend this out. So I'm just blending it out. So you've still got a nice light source in here, but it's muffled, very muffled. Because this is going to be the brightness coming off from our candle. Okay, so just blend it around. Okay, I'm going to wipe my brush again into some kitchen roll, just to remove excess paint again. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to brush downwards, just to get rid of some of the lines, the brush stroke lines in here. So we've still got a lovely sauce, light sauce that's coming out, which we're going to put our candle in there. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to get a fan brush. I'm going to get a little bit of the yellow and just a touch of white, and add those together. So yellow and white on the palette. So I've got a bit of white and yellow. Mix those together. And then where your centre of the brightest area is, I'm going to just hold the brush flat straight on, and I'm just going to push and come down slightly. Push and come down slightly, just so we get the wick. I'm going to move on to the knife. Get a knife, and I'm going to get some white, the knife, a little bit of the yellow, mix it sort of marbly effect, spread it out, cut across, so you get a little tiny piece on your knife, I don't know if you can see that, and then we want to leave a little gap below the actual wick itself. So now we don't want the candle too big, you know, otherwise it's going to look out of proportion. So what I'm going to do is I'm just put my thumb and my finger on this piece here, on the nail bit, and applying hard any pressure below the wick itself. I'm just going to come down and round, come down, round, and just pull down the side slightly there. So hopefully you can see that on there. So I've just got my knife, I've touched it, I pulled down, up, and I've just dragged it down this side. That's all I've done. So from here, down, up, and just dragged it down the side. So we need to do, so basically that's probably about 1.5 inches, and that's probably another 1.5 inches, so it's about 3 inches in length at the moment. So I'm now going to get a liner brush, just clean that off. and I'm just going to get a little bit of that mixture, a little bit we've done of the white and the yellow. And I'm just going to do the bit round the back. So you've got the top of the candle and it's sort of like that, and I'm just going to do the piece around the back. So I'm just going to come from here and just go round the back like so. Then I'm also going to use this liner brush, go into a little bit of red, little tiny bit of red, and at the bottom of the wick I'm just going to touch a little bit of this red down the bottom. Okay. Still using the liner brush, going into the white and yellow mix. We don't want too much because when it darkens it comes down. I'm just going to touch and I'm just going to pull down the side. So use a little bit of material. I'm just starting from the top. I'm just pulling down. I'm just running it down here. Obviously down the bottom here we want it to be darker. So I'm just running this material down here, and I'm going to get a bit more of the white. Yellow, I'm going to get a bit of a clump. More brush. I'm just going to put on this side a lump here, and I'm just going to run it down the side there so it looks like it's wax that's hot, and just running down the side there. We will put other pieces in a minute, so don't panic. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. Just wipe the brush. Okay, we come back into a clean fan brush, and what we're going to do here is we're going to put in the candle holder. Well, obviously it's got to sit on something here. Okay, so we're going to go into alizarin crimson again, putting down alizarin crimson, put it down one side, other side, and all I'm going to do is here, I'm just going to start from here, go round and round. You can see that on there. So basically I've gone round this way, and I've gone round that way. So basically it's joined up. So I've gone round one way and go round the other way. But you can see that. So come around one way, go around the other way. It's a bit bright, so I've just dulled it down a bit with a little bit of blue. But try to do it brighter so you can see what's going on. So, okay, so it's like a bit like a cylinder type shape. Now, let's clean off my fan brush. In a little bit of thinners. And into my paper towel. Now, all I'm going to do is, I've got the yellow and the white that we had before for the candle, and I'm just going to pull that down into the middle here. So this is roughly just below the middle there, so I'm just going to pull this down so you will see the reason why I did that. So basically now they've got the candle that is sitting in the middle of this rim. Now to show that rim off, obviously what we can do is put an edge on this rim. So I will go back into my yellow and white. Yellow and white. And around the edge here we can just put a little few highlights just around the edge here. So hopefully you can see that this is now round shape. A little bit round here, just so you can get the idea. Okay. So you can see here that is round shape. Well, this is sitting on top of this. So down the bottom, I'm going to get a bit more of the white. Got some white, a bit more of the yellow material, cad yellow. So I've got quite a thick mixture there on my liner brush. I'm going to do a little bit of wax coming down. I'm just going to touch this and just let it take what it wants. And what I'm going to do like a little tear shape. So I'm going to come down, around, down and around. So it's a little circular movement there. So it's drop in, comes down like a tear. I'm going to do that down here. I'm going to do it at the bottom of the candle. I'm going to add one down there. Bit of white, bit of the yellow, bit of the white and bit of the yellow, and I'm going to do one at the bottom here where it sits down on the flat, it goes down and spreads flat, and so you may have one coming out here, come down, and it would sit round like that down the side of the candle, but it would be round sort of shape at the bottom. Again, you can put as many of these bits in as you want. I'll do another bit around here. It'd come round and sit flat round like that, up and up. Keep loading your brush up. white and a bit of the yellow mix. Come around here and again, you can put a little bit coming down there if you want to, just off the side there, like that, so the wax is falling down the candle into your base here. Now, some of you in our classes that we've done found it difficult to sort of work out this edge. Well, you could just get your liner brush onto your yellow and white mix. And again, you could come from here and just run it along this line. Okay, you don't want too much. Because you also want dark as well. It just sort of makes it stand out a bit. Now, if you do too much with the liner brush and it becomes, the band becomes too thick, again you can get your other brush or your 1-inch brush and put some darks on, which will be alizarin crimson and a bit of blue, and then underneath this you could just put the dark back in like that, and that thins the lip. So I hope that's helpful. I mean, I like to try and do bits because obviously people get in different scenarios when they do these sort of things. They think, oh, what happens if I do that? There is no mistakes in this painting. You know, you just use a different technique, you cover it up, you learn by your mistakes.